Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about having the courage to start. My name is Stephanie and this is Notes and Embellishments. So a few years ago, one of my colleagues shared in our meeting about a poster that was posted in her classroom. So we are traveling music teachers and we go between schools and we all share spaces with other teachers. And the poster said, "It's not the finish line that matters, it's having the courage to start." And my coworkers had a field day with this because how could the finish line not matter? Does this mean that results don't matter in the end? Does this mean that you can do a crappy and half-assed job and as long as you do something in the meantime, you're good? Does this mean that if you start something and then you quit immediately, the fact that you started is the only thing that matters? So I think this third idea is what grabbed the attention of my coworkers. Because we are band teachers, and kids get very excited about band. They get their instruments, they get the books, they get all set up, they learn about music, and then some kids find out that music is hard and they quit. For those kids, my teammates are probably thinking that's their finish line. And then the poster becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy in that way. It's not the finish line that matters. The fact that the kids started band and then quit band and didn't see it through to the end, that's a dissonance that makes them want to disagree with the poster because it seems ludicrous. But I've been thinking about that poster lately because it happened to be also hanging in one of my classrooms for the past 2 years. And I've been in this weird phase of life, on disability leave, not sure when would be the most appropriate time to return to work, thinking about starting this YouTube channel, and wondering how much time and money I'd actually want to invest in something like this. I was thinking about what I should be talking about in this segment, and because I wasn't sure if I had any perfectly formed thoughts about anything, would that even be worth making a video about? I've been watching so many videos of YouTubers and their amazingly formed opinions and thoughts and wondering what would be the best way to deliver my expertise without feeling like a fraud because I'm not currently working in my field. And then I thought about a song that I wrote once, which is a song about songwriting. And that perhaps is one of the most relevant and poignant songs I've ever written in my life. It's a song about an idea that came from your brain and you develop it and you hold on to it, and it's about being proud that it came from your brain even years later, even if it turns out crappy or weird. And I feel like this song will always be relevant to me. And the last lines, "Because what if I couldn't sing at all? Who cares if the world isn't ready for me to sing at all?" Today is the day that I realized I agree with that poster. It's not the finish line that matters, it's having the courage to start. Please hear me out about this. If you are like me, maybe you're someone who seeks to work hard and do great things and make the world a better place. Maybe you want every piece of work that comes out of your brain to be a shiny golden masterpiece. Maybe there are a lot of circumstances stacked up against you, or there's something that you want to change in your life and it's very different from anything you've ever seen or done. Maybe you're considering a big life change or even a small one. Maybe the thing you're thinking about could put a strain on your relationships or a strain on your ego. My point is, starting something is freaking scary. Doing something new can be terrifying, especially when you are changing something about yourself and you're making yourself vulnerable. Going to a yoga class for the first time, scary, because most people in the yoga class have already been to a yoga class before. They know what to expect. Starting a fitness regime, even in the comfort of your own home, is scary. Because what if you can't do it? What if it hurts? What if you abandon it a week in? Returning to something you've done before is also scary, especially if it's something you've been good at before. You risk bruising your ego. That sounds like the smallest thing in the big picture, but it is a big deal and a big risk. I'm freaking out about returning to teaching. Everything I've built in the beginning part of the year, everything I've trained my students to do, I just don't know if they're going to still have that. I may have to start from scratch. Now this is a big one. Starting to be the change. Having the courage to start to be the change. In light of the walkout last Wednesday, I know my district was supportive of students who wanted to walk out to honor the students who were victimized by gun violence. I know other districts may not have been so supportive. Students who chose to participate and speak out about gun violence in schools, they took a really big risk. That is scary and that takes courage. I commend them fully for what they said and for having that courage to say it. It takes courage to model the change you want to see in the world, especially if it's different from the norm. It would be much easier to just do everything the same and be comfortable. But guess what? You have to take risks to grow. We as a society have to take risks to grow. There's been a lot of failure, but that doesn't mean it's all over. Because the truth is, there's no finish line. There's no finish line until the sun engulfs the earth. Okay? Even after the last human dies, there is still a planet here. Even after you die, there's still going to be more humans whose lives are valuable and they're worth fighting for. Even after my ego gets bruised from a bunch of teaching mistakes or a bunch of bad trumpet playing videos, or someone tells me I really need to check my privilege, there's my opportunity to start fixing things. Have you recently been battling to find the courage to start something new or important? Have you recently taken a risk to make a small change in your life? How has that been going? Was it scary? I would love to hear about it. Please let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want me to continue exploring these kinds of topics, please let me know what you'd like me to explore. Until then, I'll see you next time.